Holy crap. Holy crap. It's 12:49 right now. Yep, 12:49. Just finally got my export of the Sayonara remix. Look at this, 10 minutes to go. I still don't have a cover art though, so I'm gonna have to whoop that up very quickly. I think I just gotta go straight to SoundCloud right now and start uploading this thing. I haven't even listened to this yet, actually, outside of Ableton. Maybe I should do that really quick. Welcome to the channel. I'm Abraham, and I just remixed Sayonara by Aries. All week, I knew I was going to do it, but I just never started, basically, until the night before. Let's just walk through kind of what I did. So here's what I knew before I started. I knew I didn't want to change the key of the song. I wanted the vocals to be as crisp as possible. I knew I didn't want to make an EDM thing. I knew I didn't want to go straight trap. But to kind of get away from those things, the first thing I actually did was pull out my guitar, and I just played the acapella and just played chords until I found something I liked, which ended up the only other thing I really came up with was this stupid thing, which actually ended up making it into the remix, but actually doesn't make any sense, and the chords like don't work with the melody, so it's pretty bad. Okay, there's actually a lot happening in this song, so I'm not really sure how to go through this for you guys. How the song ended up coming out was intro, chorus, first verse, the pre-break, and the breakdown, then a little interlude where I use those chords I talked about that don't actually make sense. Then we have the second verse, then the pre, then the break, and then we finally hit the chorus again. Let's start at the second breakdown, just because that's where most things are in. Okay, so let's start from the bottom, working up. Here we go. 808 just follows the chord changes that I made. So it's pretty simple, actually. Okay, the drums. There's a drum fill that you'll hear throughout the song that sounds like this. I really love drum fills. The big chordal thing is this choir that's side-chained to the kick. And then I actually copied that over just to an organ sound. Then the lead sound, this lead sound isn't really a lead, it's in the background, but here's what the guitar sounds like during the break. It's the original thing that I recorded. Honestly, it probably doesn't even need to be in the break, but I didn't take it out, so, you know, apparently it does need to be there. I think the best part of the song is when Aries actually says Sayonara, which is the title of the song. He only does it once, but I think it's really cool. He goes up the octave, and it's really dope. So I knew I wanted to have a little breakdown of that if I could. This is just the vocal chops that I did for the second break. So this actually has everything of the first break, plus more. Usually when I'm doing stuff like this, I just listen to the beat that I have and I just kind of sing what I think should be said where. So to get dollar how I wanted it, I knew I wanted it to be twice as fast, so I didn't warp it. And then I went up an octave. You see how it made it twice as fast right there? But it sounds super weird. So then I warped it and pitched it back down. And now it sounds like he just said dollar twice as fast. I did something in this song that I've never done before. I don't know if I like saw this somewhere or if I just came up with it. I probably didn't come up with this. But here is the original word of rewind. Well, it's actually pitched up, but no super weird effects on it other than me being pitched up. And I have it, you see how I have it faded down all the way? And then on the distorted track, I have it faded the opposite. So when you play them both together, you hear the transition of them. If we took another shot, would you chase it? Yeah, I really like that. Before the breaks, there's always a pre-chorus, or basically a precursor, where it's completely down, just the vocal and guitar, and this is what that sounds like. Dollar, dollar, rewind. Dollar, dollar, rewind. So here's all the chordal things I have. And then that gets us to the build part of the verse. And then basically the drums are just changing. That's the big change up there. This is what those sound like. So the intro sounds like this with the vocoder, and I just did the same chords as I ended up using later. And then the first chorus, I did a down chorus basically just with the guitar that I recorded in. Finally hit the chorus again. So the song kind of bookends with the chorus, which is kind of cool. And I just kept it up, and there's just a few small changes that I think are worth of note. The hi-hats get a lot more steady. There's an electric guitar line on top of everything. The other big thing that happens here is on the guitar and on the choir chords, I put a tremolo. And then for the end, I brought back what we did at the intro and that little interlude with the really bad chords that don't make any sense, because I didn't realize that they don't work very well until later. And that's why you don't work on a song right before the deadline. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed that, I would love to go in depth on other songs or have more ideas on what I should do. So yeah, just let me know, and the link to my version of the song will be in the description. Really, the only shame of this whole contest was I uploaded this, it was like at 12:57 when it was due at 1. The problem with that is I had an idea for the cover art and I had no time to do it. Then I ended up with this. And it's pretty bad. So we'll see if I can get in the top 3 of the remixes. And Aries, if you end up watching this, what's up, dude?